Alright, here we are into the game. Curse Occult versus Kabam Black Spark. And let's just see how this is going to turn out. We've got junglers on top. Let's rearrange. Okay. Doran's Blade for aggression out of Renekton. Doran's Shield. Rings on both sides for mid. Doran's Shield for Leona, even though it just got nerfed. And a coin for Thresh. Alright, we've got some early aggression coming out of Kabam. They're 5-man coming into this blue. Curse is completely unaware. They did not spread out and form a defensive line in their jungle in the way we've seen them do in the past. I don't know if this is the result of them just getting sloppy or what, but here they go. They found Renekton in the Cleaverlands. He's going to be able to slice out. He should be okay. And they're going to have control of this buff. Jinx is going to go back. Leon's going to go back. Looks like they're all going to go back. Alright. Nothing lost, nothing gained. Curse had moved back in. Realized they have control of the area again. And, you know, just let it be. Let's see if I can get some game audio out of playback devices. Set default. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this recording real quick and reset it so we get some audio. There we go. Alright. Oh, we actually already missed a first blood onto Ziggs in the mid. Although I think we know how that went. It was just a Pantheon stun into a charm and ignite. That's the end of that. Shyvana has invaded here, sitting here unseen in the bush. She'll be able to take that, smite away the buff. Now that she has red buff, she has the chase. We're probably going to see a flash out of Pantheon. Nope, he's just going to walk away. She's going to let him go. Bot lane's trying to respond to this, but Shyvana, ooh, just going to flash out. She did not see that Ahri was coming from behind Wraiths instead of through the river, so I guess she just felt trapped. Early aggression from Renekton here is already pushing the wave up to the tower. It's going to stop, drop a ward in the river. Maybe. Thinking about it? No, just hang out in the river. Mid lane, Ziggs back at the push game. See the... Oh, we gotta rearrange here. You know, just looking to clear out a few traps, taking a little bit of harass. Farm is actually a little bit low for Renekton being as aggressive as he is. Mundo's actually beating him, but getting beat up in the process, so that can only go on so long. Oh, there's the ignite. He's going to flash away, and he's going to have to go back to base. Shyvana's going to hold this lane for him. Renekton's backing off, even though I think he could bully Shyvana as easily as he did Mundo. He just doesn't want to mess with that red buff, though. Mundo teleporting right back in. full health. Got a chain vest this time. That'll help him out a lot. Farm's pretty close here in the bot lane. That early death on Ziggs still has a pretty big CS difference showing. And that early invade from Shyvana shows a pretty big CS difference in the jungles here. Pantheon's still level 3 to Shyvana's 5, so he's just going to have to struggle through, race to level 6 as fast as he can, just farming. That'll put an end to ganks for a little while. See, in mid, Ari just came back from her first buy. She's picked up boots and a Fiendish Codex. So she is not interested in sustain from the Chalice or any of that nonsense. She's probably going straight for the Deathfire Grasp, the huge burst, 100 to 0 potential that you can get out of Ari at level 6 especially. She's level 6. Just pushed up. Ziggs is not here. It's time to roam right onto a ward. Mundo should know exactly what's coming for him. They're pinged out. No, she's been put on a ward. Alright. A little bit of soul collection going on down here. CS still just about dead even down there, 55 to 56. Their gold is actually slightly higher on the Jinx, because she's picked up 2 there, just a bit ahead. Oh, and they stop her back, and she barely gets out of the Zenith Blade with that 90 caliber net. She's going to just be stuck here farming while Thresh is back in base. Second blue goes over to Ari. She's already had 6 for a little while. She's level 7 now. It's time to push and roam for her. We already see a level 6 Shyvana in the jungle. Pantheon still level 5. Got plenty of aggression out of here. Renekton still just beating the crap out of Mundo. He is level 6, so he can hit that R button, regain a bunch of his health. There you go. He's done it. He wants to stay in this lane a little bit longer. His teleport is still on cooldown, so he can't really afford to just go back and heal without missing at least a wave of CS here. Ziggs doing a good job keeping up in CS. He's narrowed it down to just being behind by about 10 at this point. He's got his Athenes, going for his Athenes. Got that Chalice already. Ari's pushed it out though, and she is roaming down bot. There's no... Okay, we're just placing the bot lane. Kabam's got an eyeball for this. Shyvana's just here waiting for the counter gank. Ari changed her mind. She's been spotted out. She knows it. There's another ignite. Renekton pops a Dominus. He's going in for the kill. One last auto attack under tower, and Mundo's going to fall. It's a good, clean kill. Exactly what we should expect to see out of this matchup at the early levels. Alright, Shyvana giving up on the counter gank opportunity. He's going to roam mid for something here. Pantheon should be close to level 6 at this point. He's taking that red buff. There's level 6. It's about half health, so I don't know if he wants to just engage immediately. But he is... Oh man, he already... looking to abandon that camp to try to salvage what's left of bot here. We had Leona engage on Thresh, and that was a good clean kill on their part. And Here comes Ahri. Pantheon's going to jump in. Ahri is going to try to ult into the fray. Caitlyn trapped, locks down Jinx, and that's the end of her. Ziggs tries to contribute with the bomb, but just a little too late on that. So Shyvana will capitalize as best she can by looking to take away some of this upper jungle while Pantheon is in the bot lane. Wow, look at the damage come out. The reset off the Tiamat already picked up on Renekton means he can reset the animation of his stun. Let's see what is it's the Ruthless Predator. Has a 3-hit animation which will lock you in place after using it. The stun comes out after the first hit. Buying a Tiamat isn't ideal on him for any other reason except for the fact that you can stun someone, immediately activate the Tiamat, resets the animation, you can go back to auto attacking again, allowing you to actually put out a surprising amount of burst damage in about a quarter of a second's time. Ahri's coming in the bot lane, looking to pick something up. Not going to land a hook. But Leona's going to try to re-engage. There comes the box. There's the ult in. The charm doesn't hit anything, but Leona's just slowed by the walls of the box. It's going to be an easy pickup. Jinx is just going to have to search for safety under the tower. Renekton just continuing to dominate the Mundo. But his time to be able to do that is not going to last much longer. Mundo pretty close to the Sunfire cape. He'll be able to pick up boots. He'll be able to kite him a lot easier at that point. He's got his max level cleavers now, so he has some damage potential. And if Renekton doesn't get another couple of kills here, he'll reach the point where he starts falling off. There's the ignite. Mundo's just going to walk away though. Dominus is popped, but he's just tanking towers, trying to decide whether or not he needs to commit or not. Doesn't have what he wants. He had flash. Just decided not to commit there. Looks like Kabam's looking to secure this dragon. We've got 4 of them here around it. The Summoner Teleport is available for Mundo, but he's going to use that to protect his top lane, getting right back up there. So that's going to make this a fair 4v4 fight around the dragon. Ahri's a bit low on mana to do a lot here, so I think she's just going to focus on farming. Kabam's going to split off. They realize they don't have as decisive a control of the area as they needed. Looks like everybody's just ready to back out, take control of the basics. I'm going to pick up blue buff. Both sides of bot lane are going to go back and spend money. Let's go ahead and look at the standings right here. We have a kill on each of the 80 carries, an extra 11 CS on Jinx. They both have just picked up Bloodthirsters and boots, so in terms of items, they're dead even. We actually see something that I am very much supportive of. Wards across the entire team, with the exception of Renekton here. We're going to see far superior map vision coming out of Curse over the next 3 or 4 minutes, and I think you'll see it pay off. And here you see the The trades between Renekton and Mundo are getting a lot closer to even here. He's still forced to farm under his tower, but he is very close to keeping up. It's only down about 8 CS. Got a bit of a standoff in Cursed Jungle here, and this might translate to a second attempt to control this dragon area. Alright, Zig's already starting it up. They're just walking away from it. Doesn't look like they're ready to commit to it yet either. Pantheon ult's coming in. Jinx flashed away from the hook, still going to get stunned up by Pantheon. He's going to get flayed back, and the Caitlyn ult's going to finish it off. Well, the wall of the box is going to finish it off. Looks like the slow and exhaust coming out from the box. That's a double kill for Thresh. And that is going to be an opportunity to pick up Dragon, if they so choose. Ahri's rotating down, and yeah, they know the call. Shyvana is not even close to contest, so this will probably be a free Dragon for Curse. A good, really good timing on the jump. In comes a Super Mega Death Rocket. That could almost picks up Pantheon, but Ziggs does pick it up. So, good comeback combo from Kabam. Curse even throwing out some good-natured all chat. That the charm lands, the ults are gonna finish it off with ignite, but Ziggs is able to pick it up too because she flashes onto the bombs. One for one trades, and there was a killing spree on Ahri at that point, so Ziggs got a little bit more out of that. Looks like there's going to be a hard engage. He gets hit by traps, locked up by Leona. It's going to be lanterned out to safety, but just barely. Shyvana arriving just a bit too late. Shyvana's still going to be looking for that opportunity to engage, but Pantheon is here. Stuns her up. She's going to get flayed back, hit by the net. Caitlyn ult's going to come out. That's just enough damage to discourage her from sticking around. James taking a good bit of damage underneath the tower. Just harassing a little bit too heavily here. Pantheon's going to hold this lane. Ahri's got a big wave going her direction, so she's looking to roam. She's coming in for the spot lane. Going to come in from behind. They got a ward here around blue, so she sees the low. She's ulting in, DFG, and an easy finish. They got a Pantheon to come in, help secure this blue buff, and that'll be a... I told you that they're going to get a pretty good payoff out of the wards across their entire team. That ward right there is what allowed that to happen. Meanwhile, in top lane, pretty much the same thing we've seen over and over again. Renekton dashed in, lay down some damage, zips back out, leaving Mundo low, stuck on a tower. I'm gonna bring this bottom tower down to about half. For all of the dominant moves that Curse has been able to apply to this, that's the first tower of the game there. Got 4 members of Kabam trying to collapse on this bot lane. I don't think they're quite soon enough though. Curse is already under the safety of their tower, although they are all less than healthy here. So 4-man push squad might be able to answer this tower just due to the fact that Curse isn't healthy enough to fight. Oh, flash out of Caitlyn instead of the lantern. A little bit of miscommunication there. And there's a turret answered from Kabam, keeping themselves in this. They're only behind by about 1,500 gold, so still very much anybody's game at this point. Alright, we've got them all rotating mid here. We actually missed a kill on Renekton out of Mundo. It looks like, I'm just going to guess, before we roll the tape back and check it out, Mundo had gone back to base, came back healthy, and Renekton just tried to fight when he hadn't gone back to base either. Mundo already has an extra giant's belt, some extra armor, pretty close to that randomness. And mid's about to go down here too. Just one more little auto attack. It's 7 HP. There's the Super Mega Death Rocket picking out Caitlyn instead of the Ahri that I think she was aiming at. But, you know, whatever you can get. Second tower going down. Soon to be a third tower going down in favor of Kabam. They're already in the gold lead from the top tower. And that just sets them even further ahead. A solid 1,000 gold lead now for Kabam. Some members of Curse still haven't based since the first group and push that we saw to Kabam bottom lane. They're gonna have to recollect themselves, make a coordinated effort to regain some of this map control. We have lots of wards from Kabam here in Curse's jungle. It's time to keep buying green wards and swap out those trinkets for sweepers. I think Bam has a pretty good idea of when Dragon's going to spawn in their own heads. Unfortunately, it's 40 seconds away, so they're going to have to find other things to do. And look at this ward control in this bottom jungle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a pink ward. Thresh moving around, looking to ward up the enemy jungle here. Found Shyvana doing red. She's going to back out. They've pinged out Thresh. They don't have wards on them, but they just seem to know. Thresh isn't interested in contesting that red buff, though. Smartly going to walk away. Alright, we've got Ahri behind in farm by a good bit, but with 4 kills, has a Deathfire Grasp and a needlessly large rod. They don't have any vision of this dragon though, so that's a dragon back to Kabam. And now they're about 2,000 gold in the lead. Oh, Ahri's ulting in. Ulting back out, changed her mind. Super Mega Death Rocket comes out, almost killing Ahri. Shyvana's in dragon form, just chasing away. Jinx is chasing, needs to kill somebody to get excited to get in there, but she just can't quite reach. And that's a good engage, even if they got no kills out of it. They forced almost all of them to back, and they're going to get a second tower out of this if they want it. Renekton's coming in from the side. Don't think he ought to go in though. He's not quite big enough. Oh, he's going to slice and dice in. Going to take down Ziggs. Pops Dominus. Going to try to walk out. He's got exhausted. The tower's already down. There's no safety left for him, and he's just going to go down to Jinx as well. Caitlyn ult coming out. Trying to pick up. Oh, and here comes the Pantheon jump. They're forced to run back into the rest of Curse. The Chompers gonna lock up Thresh. Caitlyn nets over the wall to get away from him. Charm lands onto Jinx. That's the end of her. Hook lands onto Leona, and she goes down. That's a good double kill pickup. They just now ward Dragon. See that it's down. They're gonna try to scramble to find some objective they can take off of this. I think they just have to push out mid though, because it's already at their inhibitor tower here. Death timer is about 10 seconds left here. They might be able to take down this mid tower. It's about 2/3 health though. They have Ziggs with its excellent wave clear. It's gonna be difficult for them to take that. Leona trying to engage. She missed her Zenith Blade. The Death Sentence does not miss. Everyone's here. There's stuns and charms. Ari's ulting past him because he's already dead. Charms onto Jinx, and she goes down too. Another great 2 kills. Just clean pickups for Curse. This time, they're right in front of an objective. They're going to take down this bottom tower. Meanwhile, Zig's going to ult in, try to get rid of that wave a little bit. The tower's going to go down anyway. They've picked up a blue buff in the meantime with their other 2 members. And Mundo's just going to do what he can, split pushing, try to take something in return. He has his summoner teleport up, so if things get a little bit dicey, he can TP out. Meanwhile, Shyvana, Ziggs trying to push out this mid lane. Curse is forced to respond to that. That's more threat to their base than they're willing to put up with. Everyone going back. Mundo just trying to take down this tower. He's not going to get it by himself because Curse is actually coming straight for him. They're going to ignore that mid. They know the tower can take a beating and get rid of that wave on its own. They're going to come down. Everybody's diving in. Shyvana dives in over the wall. She gets exhausted. Looks like Thresh is going to be able to walk away barely. Mundo's popped his ult. He's healing back up. The move speed was just enough, and that's a good disengage from Kabam. Curse is trying to zip through the jungle, trying to find out where they can pick people up. Pantheon ults in on top of nothing just to get back in this fight. All of Kabam is running. Now they're finally able to maneuver through the jungle to find Mundo here wandering through the bush. Shyvana's got burnout. She's going to be too fast for them to catch up, but they should be able to get this Mundo. The charm lands, putting an end to him. Ziggs Bomb is going to come out for nothing. But true to form, as we've seen, they've got one person off trying to answer with an objective elsewhere, and that's a tower for Jinx. She got excited off of that, was able to just run away, and Curse is just now roaming as a squad, trying to find ways to stop the cascade of one-for-one trades that Kabam has been forcing on them. They're going to just tank up this mid tower, and that's the last outer left in the game. Still a 1 tower lead for Kabam here, but and about 1,000 gold lead for Kabam, just under. So the kills still keeping Curse in this game. We're gonna have to keep buying wards like we saw him buy earlier to be able to catch people, because the catch potential with the Death Sentence from Thresh, Charms from Ari, Stuns from Pantheon, it's really, really good. But if they don't keep buying wards, we can see a couple here, they just aren't going to be able to find those when they need them. Kabam. Looks like they're trying to make a play here in this jungle. They're roaming around as 3. They have Mundo split pushing mid, Shyvana split pushing top. They're dropping wards in this jungle, looking for picks. There's nothing here for them at the moment. Curse is just gonna have to group up and sweep this jungle out themselves. They still only have 1 sweeper. Pantheon's gonna jump in on all of them, lands it, a good stun. We've got just a complete mess on top. The box comes down, Mundo, and is gonna be chasing down Thresh. That goes down. Looks like Jinx was able to take down both Ari and Renekton, and this is just solidly in Kabam's favor. Caitlyn's forced to flash away. She's the only remaining member of the team. That was a 4-for-0 in Kabam's favor. Shyvana wasn't even there because the fight was a 4v5. She's able to take that top turret, and Kabam could, in the next 10 seconds or so, put some serious damage on this mid tower. Instead, they've opted to take the dragon with Jinx, so they don't have their main tower pusher here. They're gonna try. Bring it down to about half health. Jinx has made it back. Caitlyn's just laying down some damage with their ult, trying to drive him away. Charm lands on Ziggs. Jinx has to flash away from that Death Sentence. And it's just struggle for who can recover from losing an objective. Always looking for picks, lands the charm. It's Leona. She's going to flash away even though she wasn't in any huge danger there. Really wants to clear out that vision. Still Still only a single sweeper on Thresh. We haven't seen him use that. But we do have a couple of pinks out. They just made the call to Baron, just right off the bat. No hesitation whatsoever. Trying to burn it down. It is at 7,000. Charm lands on Leona over the wall. Doesn't take a ton of damage. She's pretty tanky at this point. Mundo is going to teleport into this. You're going to have to fight in the Baron pit. Shyvana's going to ult in. They get the smite though, so Curse has the Baron, but will they be able to win this fight? It looks like it's going to be a tough one. Everybody's just getting low. Leona goes down. Looks like Curse just barely managed to take it out, even though they've got no mana left on Ahri. She's just going to recall to base. Mundo's finally going to go down. That's a really tense fight, but it ends up being 4-0 in Curse's favor, and they get a Baron. So, big advantage for them, even though they're still down in gold, about 1,500 gold. Everybody's going to get a chance to buy. Caitlyn, not going to go back just yet. She's got 2,200 gold left. That's going to be a last whisper at the very least, but they know that the death timers are still holding a couple of members of Kabam back, so this is their chance to push. Pantheon's got a big wave rolling with him top. He hasn't bought yet. That's a tower, and can Curse disengage off of this? Leona misses Zenith Blade. She's going to get charmed, take a bunch of damage from Ahri, and Curse successfully grabbed that middle tower without too much of a fight there. Still have a bunch of gold left to spend on Pantheon and Caitlyn. Pantheon, just sit in this bush. No big deal. Don't check the bush. Nothing here to see. Alright, gold getting spin out. There's the last whisper. Home guard, boots coming out. Pantheon's picked up his Spectre's Cowl. He's trying to avoid all of this magic damage coming out from Shyvana, from Mundo, from Ziggs, from Leona. There's just so much magic damage coming out, especially in AoE forms for most of these champions. Ahri's roaming, looking for picks. Blue just got taken. There's Shyvana, there's Leona at half. Charm lands on Leona. She's not going to be able to have the damage to finish her off, though, because the exhaust comes out and Shyvana is able to pick up the kill. Almost goes down to the Ignite and the Caitlyn ult, but just barely survives. Meanwhile, Leona and Jinx completely cut off from their base. They're being chased down by two members of Curse here. Renekton's coming down, trying to cut him off. Thresh, Mundo, Ziggs, everybody just flooding down here, trying to salvage the situation. Leona's going to go down to Jinx, still running. Got some good distance. The lantern's really going to help if anyone was there to grab it. Jinx throwing down the zappers. Pantheon ult is going to come out, trying to decide this fight. He's going to jump in. That'll be the end of Jinx. But because they were able to kite for so long, if they had died while they were up in the lane here, Curse would be in position to just push directly into the base and take an inhibitor tower. But instead, they got kited all the way back to their own inhibitor. They're nowhere near any objective that they need to take, and Kabam salvages that situation fairly well. You can see blue get picked up by Ahri. Red just picked up by Shyvana there. Curse is just trying to recover their control of the map here. They've got waves pushing for them, but they had one pushing top until Shyvana was there. Got 4 of them mid, ready to go. Caitlyn just recalled. Ahri taking a bunch of damage from Ziggs and Mundo cleavers. She will be forced back. And Kabam has a timer on this dragon. And there it is. They're here with 4. Shyvana's roaming up. Curse is here with 4. Ahri's running from the mid lane. And the dragon goes down. Renekton actually was able to take it down. They didn't have their smite there. Curse is trying to engage, but there's so much AoE damage coming out that Thresh is melting. Pantheon's melting. Ahri's here, but there's not a whole lot of low targets for her to just pick off. She's ult over the wall, tries to DFG onto Jinx, but it's just too much AoE lockdown for her. Jinx instead getting picked off by Caitlyn 1v1, but that's a 4-for-1 in favor of Kabam. They are pushing down the mid lane. Caitlyn just doing what she can to defend, but the poke too much. Tower's already down. The inhibitor's gonna go down. Thresh coming in, trying to delay them as much as he can, laying down some damage. Mundo just gonna use his ult, running away, regenerating all of that health. Kabam! Taking down the first inhibitor of the game. Still up in gold this time. We're about 2,500 gold ahead. Left behind a couple of wards here. Curse, on the other hand, has the Baron timer. Well, let's see. They both have the Baron timer because they're both fighting over it as it went down. So here in 20 seconds, it's going to be back up. And that is the next pivotal moment of this game. Curse has the super minion threat in mid lane. They gotta push this lane out to buy themselves enough time. They're skirmishing already in mid lane. Renekton flashing in with Dominus. They're putting down as much damage as they can on the 2 tanks on this team. Leona and Ahri's just using DFG on the biggest target she found, but she's not able to put down any damage on him because he flashes out. Jinx is able to pick one off with Zapper. He's using Get Excited, chasing down another Zap. Pantheon's going to flash out of that one. That's another 4-man kill for Kabam. They're coming down mid a second time. This could be the end of things for Curse. Got about 15 seconds left on Thresh. Pantheon's the only one left to defend. Can stun out Mundo under the turret. He gets locked up totally under the tower. Goes down without any trouble at all. Tower's going down 1 at a time, 2 at a time, and onto the Nexus. That's going to be game for Kabam Black Spark in the 4th week of the 2014 After Hours Gaming League.